Alright guys, morning everyone. Welcome to the stream. Hope we're all doing well. Just getting ready to talk about the pre-market watch list. Morning Jay, how's it going? Morning Jessica. Sup James, what's up? Anyways, the watch list has been posted in the Discord guys. We've got 3 gappers today. Let's talk about the main one, Hlbz. This just pops up from 14s to 36s and still continues obviously for Amazon's partnership deal, something to do with Italy, Italy's deal. You know, that's all I need to know. Amazon's deal quite big for this company, and it's already, in my opinion, it's already done. Whatever comes after this is probably gonna be not so smart money. That's that's what I can say. So be very careful trading this. If it's, I mean, it could keep on going, guys. It's a massive deal, but whatever the smart money has put in this was here, you know, and then they've decided, well, this is where they're gonna stop, you know, chucking in the money in this company. So what I'm thinking, guys, if it starts to pull back anywhere close to 30s, this might be there might be a dip buying opportunity on this later on. I'm not saying it can happen anytime soon, but later down the line, keep an eye on it. If it starts to dip and hold, you just don't want to be buying something that's falling. You want to wait for that reversal, any sort of pattern for a reversal after that drop, after that pullback. So I'm looking for 3230s pullback. Hopefully we will get that. If not, then we will take it as it gives us later down the line. So I'm watching that, but I'm gonna give it some time, guys, before I actually start pulling any trades on this. Be very careful shorting it, because look at the massive range on it first of all. Now when these things drop, they drop quite big, so yes, it might work out. Scalping might work out, but they will get bought up very quickly as well. So that's Hlbz, and then a VC. There's some news on it, just not so crazy about the news, to be honest. And as you can see, daily, just clear sign that it pops and drops. You know, look at that. 8 pops and then drops all the way to 650s, and then continues to fill the gap. Same thing here, and then this one, another one. Not much of a volume coming into this. I would have liked much more volume, but if it does, I'm pretty much short biased on it, to be honest. Unless it starts to break the pre-market highs here. In that case, even in that case, I'll be a bit careful longing this. Right, I'm going to be extremely careful going along on this, unless the volume changes big time. Just don't forget that these are low floats, 11 million, so a chance of squeeze could be there as well. So we must respect our stop, guys. EDSA yesterday gaps up and starts to drift down right over here. Gaps up, starts to drift down. Really nice setups here for shorts opportunities, quite a few times actually. But then it starts to curl back up. I was mentioning here, we were discussing with Andrew, that if it does come back close to VWAP and starts to attack that the VWAP, and then if the volume comes in, which over here on the break of VWAP started to come in, it could definitely run. So this is exactly what it did. I wasn't watching this. I think Jay mentioned that this circuit breaker halt right to the highs of the pre-market, and I said, okay, it's already done its move then. So yeah, but definitely over here, that little congestion area was actually a nice little trade off of that thesis. That's why you never want to have a very strong strong bias, because yesterday I was saying yes, this looks like one of those drifters, but if things change dramatically, then definitely I will consider changing my bias very quickly as well. So that's that. But now today is gapping down, so that's already sign of weakness, guys. So I think, in my opinion, whatever this whole price happened, whoever benefited from there has basically started dumping it post market, because there's not much of a resistance for them if they want to do it. Maybe a lot of people might have taken the other side of this trade as well. So yep, I am short biased on it, in short. Yep. So those three are the gappers, guys. If you can, I will avoid trading this because it could be very, very rangy. And if you're going to trade that, trade very minimal shares on this Hlbz. I don't have much, to be honest. The stocks that we were watching yesterday, most of them are here. I got rid of SDC and few others. But let's have a look at LCID, Lucid. It looks quite strong, guys. As you can see, the daily looks quite strong. Ended up quite at the highs, 24s, and we are looking at right about here was the close, and it's still trading above it. So it's quite strong, and in fact this has done a nice little pullback to the yesterday's high, and then now bouncing off. So this could provide with a good long opportunities, possibly a opening range opportunity on this one, but I will not call it out because the first 5 minutes can be very, very active. It's more of a scalping strategy. But anyways, yeah, long biased on that, unless something big changes on that. AMC showing sign of weakness over here last week or so. I was thinking if it does start to pop up and start to reject, I will look to short AMC. But that might take a while, so I'm gonna wait up on it, guys. So AMC, our usual watch list basically. PLTR definitely short biased. A weakness came in. That breakout of the main area, which was about 27s, did not come. It just failed off. So I'm expecting some sort of a follow through to the downside today, which is already doing that. No, it's gapping up actually. Now it's doing it. So see the sign here. So that if that continues, I'm thinking, you know, this zone here, 27s, anywhere this zone here, guys, will be the one to watch on this. Right, Ater. Ater seems like daily looks like a bit of a bounce could come in on this. On Ater, I'm not going to be too strongly biased towards the long side, guys. Because this could actually easily, after a little bit of a bounce, reject. The areas I'm watching definitely are the yesterday's highs, 1350s, and also 13s, because that's where the move started from yesterday to the downside. So these two levels, 13 and 1350s, are where I'm gonna keep my eyes on Ater for possible shorts. But initially, it might be a nice little long setup on Ater. Right. So CRVS, short biased. I'm just short biased on it. And IRNT, this can be a little bit of a rangy stock. I will avoid it if you cannot trade high range stocks. Sometimes it can be spready as well. So, but it is in play. It's definitely in play. It's bounced off from these two big red days. I am thinking both side potential of longs and also shorts will be available on IRNT. But the problem is IRNT could be really, really choppy when it gets crowded, something like that. It can be really choppy. But when it does move, as you can see, it gives us some nice moves as well. So it's definitely worth keeping an eye on IRNT. And B bros, I just kept it on the side, guys. Not my main watch. It's recent IPO. Looks daily looks strong, and it's already gapping up over the highs. I believe 54s around this area here. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on it, possibly for a long setup. If it does pull back and that 50 holds, 51 or 50 holds, then it could curl back up to continue for the second day. So long biased on this, bros, but just a secondary watch, to be honest. NNVC took a turn, not yet. Yeah, NNVC, I just this is one of those faders. That's what I feel like. It's one of those faders. If it does pop up to, so the on this one, the ultimate area where you're gonna make a decision whether you wanna give up on the short bias is the highs of the pre-market, right? If it starts to break the highs of pre-market, not just a wick, a few bars breaking and trading above it, that's when you can just say, well, you know what, this thing might actually squeeze. But anything below that, to be honest, I am short biased on it. There you go. I said it. Anyways, guys, best of luck. Have a good one. And just make sure, wait for your right setups, guys. Don't just take the trades blindly. If you have a setup, make sure you call it out before you take a trade. What you want to do is you want to say setup A, right? I know it will sound silly and ridiculous, but you want to get used to that. Because every time you say that, you're subconsciously getting yourself prepared for that routine, for that habit of doing it in your mind. Speak them out loud. Setup A, right? And then everything else hopefully will follow after that, right? And also do not forget your risk. Please calculate them before you even think about trading a ticker. Alright guys, that's pretty much it. Best of luck. Alright guys, what's going on? Morning Andrew. Alright, let's get back to business. Alright, also guys, keep an eye on Lcid. That looks quite strong. I didn't mention it. That initial chop has happened. This could probably the move. Now if it does start to reject from 25s again, that might be a serious level, but it seems like it wants to break it. Daily looks quite strong as well. There it goes. There it goes. Right, what else do we have? We have Ater that's moving. Ater that is moving as well. So yep, that was looks interesting, Ater. But the strongest of them all, I believe, is Lcid. As you can see, daily looks quite good. I'm thinking 25 30s right about now will be a problem, but I think it's quite strong for that. And then we will have 26s to worry about. Looks very decent. I am gonna wait up on it, guys, see what it does after like 15-20 minutes. That might give us a chance after a pullback. Let's have a look at what our SPY is doing. SPY is looking like it wants to continue down. So in fact, there might be a short setup here. 435, 436. Just a bit too early for me, guys. Just a bit too early. Just gonna wait up. Yes, I believe so. It is stuck in an pre-market, but let's have a look. Yeah, it is actually stuck. What's going on? Weird. That's it's very weird. That's just telling you stay away from me. Right, we've got Edsa, 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 DSA, EDSA. Oh, damn it, Jay. Yeah, I feel you, man. I think for us that was the most decent looking one for shorts, isn't it? For all day fade. That's probably one of the, because these ones you don't want to be touching. Also, Edsa, yes, I believe this could follow up with some weakness if that VWAP holds 950s. It could pop above 950s, 960s as well, and then but if it does come down under VWAP, that's actually a good sign. So I'm watching Edsa for a possible short on it, to be honest. So we've got 3640s, 30. That Hlbz is gonna be a bit choppy. Wow. What did our Lucid do? Lucid, did it continue? I feel like it might not have. Oh, okay. This really quite choppy action from 2440s, just dropped down, 25 held here, so it'll be interesting what it does around this level here. PLTR is about to PLTR. Where is it? PLTR looks interesting for a long over 27s right about now. In fact, PLTR long over 27s. 2701s. I got 2701s, guys. I was a bit quick on it because it seems quite interesting for a long. 2701s. Still chance for it though. There we go. Long 2701s. LCID is looking good as well. There we go. PLTR, let's go. Just a bit of a bounce coming to it. I'm not expecting too much from it, to be honest. Initially I was short biased, but that volume coming in, breaking that 27 is kind of looking okay. I really want the volume to be actually following back with some momentum. Ideally you want the volume to be getting closer to the highs. Now if it doesn't, then that could be actually a fake breakout. That means our short bias will be correct on that. By the way, Edsa is looking nice right over here for a short EDSA. By the way, anybody took that LCID? I missed it, guys, over the rejection of the I really don't expect too much from PLTR. If it does start to run, I will be quick on my my partials on this. But never say never. 2690s around that area, I will be out. Very, very small risk around the under 2690s. Yeah, you know what? Somehow I thought you would have taken it. Nice one. Okay, cool. Looks quite strong. That's what I can say. Look at the difference between PLTR. PLTR, I'm not too happy with what it's doing. The volume isn't coming back. That's the problem. So I'm gonna give it like 2690s. If it does take me out, it takes me out. But the difference between this and let's say Ater and LCID was that the continuation came in very quick. The volume came in right about now. It's rejecting from 2550s, but PLTR, I want that 27 to hold. If not, then we're in trouble basically. Bros, I was watching this basic. Oh, oof, 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 oof. Come on, War. Why didn't you tell me? Oh, this is juicy. All right, enjoy it yourself. Oh, missed it. Oh, come on. That was some trade. Well done for spotting that. Right, EDSA is looking good. I didn't call it out, guys. EDSA, I didn't call it out. Sorry, because it is on the side. I'm trading it on the side. It's a little bit of a different sort of approach with the different sort of risk management on it. So I will keep an eye on that later. But the one that we are on is PLTR, and it's gonna take us out. Well, it did. It did. That's So our initial plan on this one continues, guys. We are short biased on it. Amazing. All right, I'm out 26.90. That might be the low of the day, by the way. Oh my god. Yeah, it's just a bit early, I know, but it was just it's a momentum play. It was coming. The momentum was coming in, but I just didn't like the daily. The daily wasn't supporting it. So this is getting back into a chop now. I'll be careful taking longs on it now. I'll probably be looking to short this thing. I took a very small loss on that, about 10 cents. PLTR. Wow, and NVC is still stuck there. Hlbz. If it was any other stock, I would have shorted right here, guys, under 34. But one, you cannot get the locates. Actually, I can short it on my CFD platform. And Edsa is looking good. PLTR. PLTR is holding up that 27 nicely. Could be a nice shorting opportunity there. PLTR. So war on LCID, where did you take? What was the entry? 25.13 or 23? I think 13 was a really good entry, but 23, I think a bit late. But it's doing really well now. I think if it does break that, it could go for another run. The highs, which is attempting to break now. Literally 25.13, really good. Yeah, really good entry. Yeah, that's your setup anyways. So you gotta take that, right? Really, initially, War, don't worry about the VWAP. Initially, the first 15-20 minutes, you don't want to be worrying about the VWAP. It's it's just not that relevant. Trying to bank in some as well, War, if you can. Lucid looking delicious. Okay, okay. Yes, what are we looking at? Edsa. So 5 minutes. It's 9. Okay, what else are we looking at? Keep an eye on HLBZ for later on as well, guys. If it starts to hold, uh, this is the zone we're talking about. We are in that zone now, and we need this zone to hold. Oh, Ater looking. CRVS. I was watching that. Yeah, I was looking at this for a potential short. Yeah, that rejection of 570s, that pivot point. I believe that's a pivot point, 570s, and then 560s. This could still provide us because it's quite weak. I mean, we've gapped up or gapped down already, and it hasn't attempted to actually start to gap fill. Yep, yep, yep. Aether looks strong as well, guys. Okay, HLBZ. Let's have a look. HLBZ. 32's chasing it though. Right, look at that LCID, bro. The one we should have taken was instead of PLTR, the LCID. Just was a bit too quick for me on the bounce of 25. I was looking at that bounce rejection from 25s. Just was a bit too quick. Bros reversal. Not really yet. 24.98. What is that? 20. Oh no, I'm not touching this, bros, guys. Huge spread on it. Take it off the watch list. Not touching it. Wow, look at LCID go. War, you're still in it. LCID 26 is coming up, so reduce maybe some. LCID 26 coming up. That's our next level there. Right, nice, nice. Well done. Awesome stuff. Wow, this is bringing so much volume. Let's see if that 26 needs is. Look at those numbers on 26. Look at your level 2. Do you see those numbers? So I'm thinking if it does, even if it does break 26, it's gonna go. Look at that number. Let 26 come, and if that lifts, then it could just spike out and come back again. So let's wait. Okay, more sellers coming in, but we need to hit that 26. Oh, sorry, I wasn't watching it. What did it do? 26. You see exactly what I mean? Like 26 breaks and it spikes up 26 and then comes back in. That's very typical. Now, if it does come back and takes that 26 out, now then the shorts will be in trouble big time. Just to be careful on that EDSA. Be very careful, guys. It is popping. EDSA is popping, by the way, guys. EDSA. Poppin', poppin', poppin'. So I'm just worried about EDSA. Actually, was a runner yesterday, so it could easily be one today. Just gonna be careful on it. I might just have been a bit early, as you said, Andrew, on PLTR. Uh, it is moving back up again. We will see. It is, in my opinion, still a bit choppy, but it seems like it wants to. But I'll be a bit careful before it breaks that 27.15. I wouldn't be too comfortable on the longs on it. So I will not. So LCID is 26 is holding nicely there. And by the way, Edsa is starting to do something here. Yeah, so this is not a good sign. I'm still sticking with my short bias on this Edsa. That's not a good sign. That's just a pop and drop. But if it starts to attack that pop again, then I'll be worried. But for the moment, as it stands, yeah, still short biased on it. Here goes Hlbz. You see that? You see that zone, guys? Right? IRNT, IRNT, IRNT. Yes, there is a possible short actually. Yep, 33 over 33 stops. Just a bit late on it, to be honest. I would have gotten closer to 32.80s. Anything close to 33. Just a bit late on it, but if you have taken it, well done. Yes, I believe there was a short there. Be careful on LCID. It is washing up quite strongly. So there's a heavy profit taking might be coming in. It is due for a bigger pullback anyways. So expect that from that move. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, that's why I left it, bros. I took it out of my watch list. It was just the. By the way, Ater is looking good for a short, guys. Ater looks good for a short. 1305s, 1320s, 30 cents. Uh, do do do. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay. Just waiting on Ater for it to actually reject from this area here. If it starts to reject, so far it's actually breaking that, but it hasn't broken it yet. Just watching it. Yeah, looks like it wants to break it, so I will hold off on that short unless it comes back under VWAP again. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, that's not. Next is 1350s. Yeah, that's not holding. So on Ater, I wanna see that 1350 area, guys. On Ater, 1350 area, I'm gonna keep an eye on. Still considering. Maybe I shouldn't call it because this is. I'll leave it on the side, guys, because that's a bit of a different style. Doo -doo -doo. By the way, HLBZ, anybody took over here bounce of 32s? I know it's a bit of a difficult setup, but over 36. Yeah, you gotta get that. Or have a laptop on the side for a backup. Just have your phone, for example. I usually have my phone as a hotspot, secondary option. It's always on. It's looking nice, looking good. Here we go. Right, Ater, very interesting. Yeah, I know. IRNT, I had, I think Andrew, who was it? Somebody mentioned IRNT earlier, but I missed it. Right here, I wanted to take it close to 30. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't really work out for me because I'm really tight on my entry. But there was a little bit of an area where we could have taken short with the stop over 33s. But the good thing about this is it's very clean. The bad thing about it is the EMA was holding 200 EMA. But with 200 EMA, the first time if it does bounce and the bounce is not big enough, you can consider that 200 EMA to be less effective. I wouldn't have worried about 200 EMA here on the second attempt. If not second attempt, the third attempt would have gotten it out. But also, breakdown of 200 EMA comes back. This is actually a much better entry area, in my opinion. That rejection from the 200 EMA. So that there was definitely a possible short there. War, did you take it? Yeah, I am looking at that. Yes, possible short. Definitely setting up on Edsa, guys. Under 9. With this one, you gotta leave a little bit of a room. I would say 930s on the break of 930s for sure. But as it starts to break this down, then it will have made this decision. It still hasn't made it yet. So that rejection from 9 hopefully will break that low. But only if that 9 holds though. I'm gonna try Edsa, guys. 8 for the sake of 885s. Just a bit of a chase, to be honest. It would have entry was here somewhere, but that's fine. There's two ways you can play it. On the break of 9 you can get out, but I am planning to get out at the break of a VWAP. So 8 and 85 short EDSA. EDSA. Right, let's go. EDSA. Break the lows, bro. What else are we seeing now? LCID is doing that reversal thing. Be very careful if you're long on it. LCID. I don't like this. So on this one, what we are seeing is this, and then that. So that is what we're seeing. We need to be careful on that. Oh, sorry, mate. Andrew, you might want to try trade zero, Andrew. Trade zero. I have been trying for like about 2-3 weeks now, and the locates on it is quite competitive as well. The locates on trade zero is not too bad. Just the platform is actually needs a lot of work. But then again, you have your TOS anyways to watch the charts on. Right, so Okay, that Edsa holding up there is it needs to take out that low. EDSA coming back up to 9. That bounce is not good on it. But remember, there's on these ones what you will get is a pop and then a drop, something like this. If that pop doesn't hold, that's a sign basically that yeah, it's getting heavily shorted. But also, if something is getting heavily shorted and if it starts to hold, you want to also be aware of that, because you don't want to just keep on thinking, well, if it pops, I will short it. Well, you got to understand that if it's popping and holding, then it's not gonna go down anytime soon. I want to short it here, guys. A SPY might have been a bit late, guys. SPY a bit of a. There was an opportunity, but I think I'm late on it. September could move the market a little bit, yes. The volatility picks up a little bit in September because of August. Everybody's back, and you know, a lot of things happening. Yeah, September could be, but not necessarily. It's definitely more volatile than more active than August, July, that holiday season. Come on, Edsa, we're still waiting for you. Yeah, I mean, it has been, but only lately, the main market has been moving. Now it depends. There's always something going on, even at quiet times. It depends which sector you're trading. I don't think that's a massive issue. You just need to find your watch list has to be um, quite up there with the volatility. Whichever sector that the volatility goes into, that's where you should be focusing on. Yeah, it says just a choppy bit. It's not doing something that I'm worried at the moment, but just a bit of a chop there. And Lucid goes again. See this trend line here? That broke. A little bit of a hold there, and then off it goes. Yep. Lcid is back with a vengeance this time. He's saying, how dare you short me? Let me show you. Ater, I believe, also has a potential, guys. Ater also might have a potential. Looks interesting to me. Volume is coming in right now. But for me, important area is 1350 break. Alright, that's why we wait. That's why we wait. So the one that we really missed was actually IRNT. I was gonna trade it on the side. It did give us really nice R actually, but I just couldn't take it. There it goes, Ater. There goes Ater. See what I mean? It came back with a vengeance. That looks angry, guys, as short sellers. It's just that chart is telling me I'm really pissed now. I'm gonna show the short sellers. That's what I feel like. There you go. It's kicking ass right now. But also remember, short sellers are also very stubborn bunch. They don't give up easily. Oh my goodness, SPY. There was a re-entry there. 435 40s. Oh shoot. By the way, war, solid. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about with the setup. Right, so Hlbz, just gonna take a while. Hlbz. Perfect. Dude, we missed AMC. Anybody took AMC? That VWAP projection, quite a few entries there actually. Wow. Nobody took this. Damn. Come on, Edsa, don't pop. We need you to stay under 920. Oh, I know, right? Darn it. Edsa. Hlbz. Hlbz. Also, I got rid of bros, but have a look at this one as well, war bros. Right now, I'm not saying to trade it, but just pay attention to the pattern and the setup. Here we go, Hlbz. Let's go. I've got 5 monitors now and I still can't keep up. Don't worry, it's never enough. It's never enough. At least we have here kind of like between 5 to 10 people that are involved, which is good because we're calling out some decent tickers. Really nice. So yeah, we're working together, helping each other out. That's the whole purpose of it, anyways. So for that reason, I wouldn't think you will need a lot. Edsa. What was it? Phase 2? Okay. Just gonna be a bit careful on Edsa, guys. It's popping again. It has that bad habit of popping and then dropping. Just want to make sure I don't get caught. Usually my stops are quite tight. On this one, I haven't started with big numbers, so I can afford to wait for this pop over the VWAP and then drop. It could be quite a big one, but as long as that pop is not holding, I'm good on that. Yeah, it's popping that to that VWAP now, right about now. Let's have a look. If you are tight on your stop, you could have gotten out on the break of the right about now, maybe, because yeah, just tight stop. But if you do wait for that little rejection from this area, 920, 930s, then you wouldn't have to re-enter. It's just whatever your tolerance level is. That's what matters. Oh yeah, AMD sometimes does, but it's very difficult though with AMD. Difficult ticker to trade for my style. Sometimes it could provide some decent moves, yes, but most of the times I think AMD is most likely a 5-minute chart trader type. Yes, you can't trade it on a 1 minute. I tend to trade 1 minute, which means I need fast action. I need follow throughs. I need to be able to read the moment, right? With AMD is kind of difficult. Any big names, uh, it's a different style of trading. If you're going to trade AMD or Apple or anything big, it's a different style of trading. You gotta know how to what the edge is. um, Surprisingly quite choppy today. Tuesdays are normally good. Uh, just watching this. If it does break that 920, I'll be out. I'm just watching that 920 area over the VWAP. I think it's still early to come out of 920. It's just the better area is 930s. Um, but it's coming up to that now. Let's see. There it goes. It's popping. Okay, wanna see how it reacts there. Just waiting on it to finish that candle. Need to see that candle finishing, and if it does finish something like that, then that's a good sign. Right now we can put our put stop to 930s. If that gets broken, I will be out of it. So I wouldn't want it to break that 931. If it does, I'm out. Yeah, that's what I mean, Andrew. You can't trade that on 1 minute. I have tried. Doesn't work. Sometimes it does, yes. The only time it does work is when SPY is has been trading like yesterday. No, for the last. Let's have a look at SPY. Uh, so yesterday as well as the other day, and quite a few days before as well. Yeah, so in this kind of circumstances, yes, um, 1 minute might work, but usually it's 5 minutes. It's safer to be trading 5 minutes even in these kind of days. Yes, your stop will be a little bit bigger, but it'll be a little bit less choppy, less noise. No worries, Jessica. Have a good one. Take it easy. Stay cool. Did you trade anything? Okay, awesome, awesome. Yeah, it's been quiet for me as well. I haven't managed to catch something. Missed few trades, but even them, apart from Lucid, would not have yielded anything special for me. So no problem. Anytime. Right, for me, I am on my second trade on Edsa, waiting on this high to get taken. If that gets taken, I'm out, and that'll be my second loser. Whoa, Hlbz, let's go. Let's go. I'm out, by the way, on Edsa, guys. I'm out. This might be just a wick out, but I gotta come out of this. It could pop and come back in, but if it does give us another opportunity, I'll take it. But um, yeah. Whew. Hlbz. I'm not gonna say I traded it because I didn't call it out, but I'm just happy that it's doing that. Guys, this has been yeah, it's been good. Just gonna leave it at that. Nobody took it here, guys. We discussed like this zone could hold 32 to 30s. If it starts to hold nicely, curl back up. There could be a and also here there was another opportunity here, just over 32s. Nobody took that. You see the difference war between the the one that we were discussing, the catalyst. You've got to understand the catalyst for the gappers. Like, look at this gapper and look at, I don't know what's happening to NNVC. Look at this gapper. Look at that. This is exactly what I meant. It will knock me out and come down. See, this is typical of these kind of stocks. That's why I do trade it on the side, but for the stream I have to set a stop. Obviously, very fixed stop. But the way to trade these is have a really like a extreme areas as a stop, and price action as a stop, not just a bar or anything like that. So it's completely different way to approach this. If you can approach it that way, then it does pay off. But that's kind of more advanced way of trading. I would rather stick to stops for the streaming purposes, and then so that I can say this is the entry, this is the exit, right? Easily, and it's quite people can actually start to understand the entry and exits. But these are completely different animals. These low float gappers, gap and crappers, gap and crappers. So, but on this one, guys, be careful on Edsa. Be careful because if it is starting to hold above 9, and if it starts to break this trend line now, and if it starts to trade above it, then watch out, because it doesn't mean that because it's got not much of a catalyst, it's a low float. Um, it's definitely one of those, yes, that can fade all day, but these also can run all day, which is basically yesterday is a clear indication of that. So what it did was it actually yesterday showed much worse weakness. It was much weaker than today, but then it started to creep back up that VWAP you see here. Andrew, we were talking about this, remember? And this is exactly what it did. I said if it does start to bring in volume, especially over the VWAP, and it starts to creep back up, then yeah, this could really run, and it did. Look at that, from VWAP to that's crazy run. Look at that. So just respect if your stop is here, or there's a lot of ways you can play this. A lot of people play this to the extremes. They will start slow here, slow there, but eventually they'll have a oh shit handle. Okay, I can't do that anymore kind of thing, right? So Hlbz is open and looking rather nice. Ooh. Ater has been really really bad. Ater has been look at this chop. Just doesn't want to make up his mind. Yeah, Edsa, I would say if you want to be a bit safer on it, I see what you mean. A 9 here. Yeah, that's short. You mean short or yeah? Whichever it is, I see what you mean if it's a short. But I personally would like to wait here. Break of these trend lines at least will give me some sort of a direction. bias. That's all I can say. And of course, when you don't take it, it's gonna be like that, isn't it? Uh, LCID, just a bit. That's a front line though. That's a bit risky because remember that 26 can hold. Your RR could be a bit. It's difficult there. Yes, we're all doing well. Welcome back, Josh. Good to have you back. Hope everything's okay with the family. Doing well, doing well. Just a few trades in red. Two trades, in fact. Two in red. If I hit the third one, then I will be out. I'm just waiting for my third one now. Just very small losers apart from Edsa. Edsa also is small, but when it comes to percentage wise, it's a big, kind of a big loser over here. Shorted here, got out here. Could have got on here, but I was relying on this area here. 920s, 930s. Just wanted to give it some fighting chance. So for Edsa, you've got to have that broken. Edsa might be coming in now. Yep, it does. It's just waiting. It's kind of taking its time for it to. I think when it does make its mind, the move will be quite big. So PLTR actually followed our thesis. Remember in the pre-market I was saying this, I am short biased on it. We did try a long on it because it was showing a little bit of a momentum coming in. I was expecting a little bit of a bounce. This was kind of like a scalp move. If it did hit like 2740s, 35s, I would have taken most of it out anyway. So I was mentioning on the trade itself that I wasn't expecting too much from it. But then once this happened, then I thought, okay, I'll leave it for a while because it can be a bit choppy. It got a bit choppy. Honestly, if we had taken short here, could have stopped out. And if we had taken short anywhere here, would have stopped out. So, staying away from it for a while was good. But there was entries that we definitely missed on PLTR. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Andrew was mentioning it. Right, there you go. SPY is off, it goes. So SPY is showing clear weakness. That initial bounce was the only one that it tries to fill the gap. Usually SPY tends to attack to fill the gap very quickly. In this case it didn't, so that's a clear sign that yep, the market is weak. So yeah, I was gonna look at UVXY, VXX. Yeah, actually there was a nice little trade. Probably if you could have managed to stay alive on this one, this is a nice one. $1 move on a UVXY, huge. Yeah, very similar. Ah, nice. Hlbz. You see what Edsa is doing? Just just going in between these areas here. Just a bit slow right now. You guys watching anything? For those of you who are short biased, uh, just if it does start to break that 940, this one could run. So be careful. Just be careful on that. You see that trend line is respected yet again, but I feel like this wants to break it. LCID, LCID, LCID. Yeah, this is what I meant. There you go. Now this could just be one of these wicks because the volume isn't really coming up. The volume needs to be quite consistent. So that volume needs to keep rising if it wants to continue up. So if that doesn't happen, then it could reject easily back again. And also Ater is attacking the highs there. Uh, just lacking volume. Just when it does break this 1380s, keep an eye on that. Yeah, AMC, James, we missed that AMC. I was talking about this. I had a plan of shorting it because I was short biased on it. Just just was paying attention to other stocks that wasn't really worth paying attention to. Yeah, complete miss from my side, 100%. Yeah, see that pop, I really don't trust it. Um, I will wait for if I want to take long on it, I will wait for it to bring in some sort of a squeeze, even if it's short term, with some volume. Otherwise, it'll be difficult. It's still short biased, honestly. I just need to bring that volume in. Now, if it's gonna break that high, 970s and 80s, it has to bring in that volume. Otherwise, it will not sustain. Yeah, it's breaking it, but with the volume is not coming in. Ater just broke out. Ater just broke out. So on the daily, we've got 200 at 1450s. So that could be a problem, but that's far away, anyways. So the volume is coming in, but the problem with this is 14 is holding. Might be worth a watch. Wow. What happened to NNVC? Yeah, just keeping an eye on this ADSA. Possible maybe long entry if it does bring in something. So that's why I am waiting on that. Otherwise, I'll be done. Yeah, exactly. Pretty dead, but with this stock, things can change. That's why I'm waiting for things to change. At the moment, it's not really something that I would be interested. So what did we have? Yeah, this is why the problem with there was a short here when you mentioned Andrew, but the thing with this is if a stock is quite strong, then it's kind of hard for you to get that RR. I really like my rewards to be really like considerably greater than my risks. So I have to look at it from that perspective. If I were to short it here, probably chances are my stop will be here, and then from there to VWAP. First of all, not much of a R there, maybe two, maybe less than two. But since it's quite strong as well, uh, chance of a bounce from VWAP is quite high, which would have been the case. Now, if you had taken a partial there, the rest is gotten stop down and break even. That's probably not even 1 hour result. So I look at it that way. Uh, I'm I love shorting something that's running really, you know, quite strongly, but that's completely different story to this one. Those are different types of parabolics. It has to be very, very overextended. like not a start of an overextension, but very overextended. So on the daily, you will start to notice exhaustion there. So yeah, it's okay to short that kind of stuff, but something that's strong. This one, what you can see is when it does pull back, yes, it does quite a bit, but it does pick it up. Pulls back, picks it up. Yes, that's what you would have to do, and I would have done that as well, because on those trades of mine, I mostly take my 100% on VWAP. That will be my target. Yes, in that sense, yeah, you could manage that RR. You could get at least, I think, close to 2 in this case. But I think I see a long setup here, setting up just over 26. Uh, but the problem with this is the time frame is bad, but there is a long setup there. Look at the volume coming in. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yes, you should be okay with it. Yes, you should be able to take it. But you don't want to be trading something that has the potential to give you less. For what I mean by that, if this was closer, if your entry was here and your stop was there, that's just, mathematically, probabilistic wise, I don't think that's going to work out in the long run. So you want to have at least the potential of hitting multiple arms. That's what you want to be targeting. Okay, here goes Edsa. The volume is still worrying on this one. Volume is still not coming. There goes Edsa. Let's see if it holds. That 10 can be a problem. Ater. Just a bit late on it. Sorry, I am late on it, but there, yeah, I see what you mean, War. I see what you mean. Tight stop. Uh, yes, your target is VWAP. If it starts to struggle to go down this 1350s, if that holds, then yeah, keeping the stop very tight would be ideal. Because remember, this is also a level, this 1350. Yesterday's high, and also a pivot point there. So, but um, if I was in it, let's say 1360s, I'll keep my stop at the high of 1370s. Definitely. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I know what you mean there. Okay, so Edsa is waking up. It's if 10 breaks, guys, with some volume, and I'm still not happy with the volume. If 10 breaks, then that could create some sort of a squeeze, because a lot of stops are being um, just relying on that 10 10s, 10 20s will hit a lot of stops. That could create in itself a little pop, but it might drop back. But if that holds, then you've got something coming on EDSA. Damn, I did not manage this well. I tried it on the side, but didn't manage it well. Oh well, green is a green. Alright, let's see if Edsa starts to break above 10. So it's getting into the lunchtime hour, the quiet times, but these times things can also move. But I don't like to trade. So I've been looking at my data lately, and I don't really do well after 11. After 11, I don't do well. I mean, I'm okay, but it's just not worth the trading stress after 11. It's just not fast enough for me. And then also, I am still 5 minutes at the open. I'm not trading at all, so I don't have a data on it. But I believe I will not be okay trading that first 5 minute. So I'm gonna stick with the with that approach. That first 5 minutes I'm not gonna trade at all, and then after 11, if I do trade, it'll have to be something really, really, really good. Um, Ideally, I wouldn't like to trade after 11. So that's what my data shows. The rest is a small little adjustments I need to make, but nothing really major that I need to make changes. So every week I will analyze the data that I've traded over my uh, journaling, and then make a decision. So from going forward, I'll be extremely careful 11 after 11s. I do trade okay in the power hour. I'm fine with it. Usually one of my better trades come from power hour anyways, so I will not be changing anything to that. The rest is just gonna stick to what works really. So with that being said, if you don't have any questions, then I'm gonna go ahead, probably shut down the PC, because it's that time after 11. There's no point. So I guess there's nothing else there. Anyways, in that case, guys, I wish you best of luck. If you're going to be trading, just be extra careful in these quiet times. Maybe even not look at the 1 minute chart. You know, trying to go to 5 minute, 3 minutes at least, and then trying to take trades off of that. 1 minute can be too much, too noisy, unless something is moving fast. Yeah, me too today. That's probably the case with most of us today. Yeah. Anyways, guys, we gotta get out of the coma and you know just do our things, daily duties. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully 9:15 EST. Hopefully we'll have much better action. There was quite a lot of action, but we just were in the wrong wrong stocks. All of our, obviously most of our watch list has provided things. It just, you know, it's all in sometimes luck based as well, isn't it? You have to be at the right time, at the right place. For example, AMC, this was a clear discussion that pre-market we talked about this. You know, like, I am short biased, let it pop, let it do its thing, and then once it starts showing sign of weakness, blah blah blah, and we can short this. Look at this. So, you know, and also HLZ, I'm not complaining about HLBZ because on the side I did trade it. I created this box over here, and I said to them, like, guys, if this is a huge catalyst for HLBZ, I'm looking at the zone between 32 to 30s. If it does pull back to that, I'll consider that as a healthy pullback for a nice entry. So I managed to get somewhere here. I'm not gonna say where, but did manage it okay. On the last, I just got whipsawed here. Would have held on to it. Should have held on to it, but that's fine. It's one of those things, but a really, really, really good trade on that. Um, but the rest just got stuck with the really bad ones. PLTR, we tried to take longs over 27s. Volume was coming in, but it just got it died after that. And then a really small loser there. And then what else did we have? We have Edsa. It's just over to 1 hour on this one. Just on the break of that VWAP, this level here. I had to wait for that because I've seen this one doing popping and dropping, popping and dropping. But eventually we had to get out because we don't want to get caught up in this one as well. So this had definitely a much bigger risk when it comes to percentage wise, but usually I go slow if I see, for example, this needs a directional confirmation, which in this case it wasn't giving us any. So as I was mentioning, it will confirm once it starts to break that trend line. Then I'll probably would have added on, in fact, break of this low. If it did give us a chance, I would have added on quite a few times to make it full position. So it's in these gap and crap or whatever setups we have, it's a good idea to start slow. And in fact, the original entry would have been somewhere here because of this rejection here. That's the ideal entry, and then you want to start adding on the break of these levels. But then again, you don't want to you don't want to get caught in these moves as well. Just yeah. So that's the two trades went red, probably minus, let's say minus 2R today. I'm okay with that, as long as my days, red days, are quite small. Considering my winning days are quite big, usually around 3-4 hours, I'm perfectly fine with it. So that is the update for the trades we have taken and with the trades we've missed as well. Pretty much it, guys. Wish you best of luck. Have a good one. Stay safe. Take it easy, guys. I will see you tomorrow 9:15 EST.